All right, welcome back. Now we're going to take you to some Heritage Month, Heritage Caravan moments, right? Let's take a look at initially. So the caravan started yesterday morning. It was beautiful. I got here myself about 10 minutes to 5, thereabouts. And the place was already busy with patrons arriving, staff here were setting up and preparing. And I saw some luggage around. I was like, hey, these people, they have met the caravan, So let's take a look at what happened right here on the premises of ChannelOne TV and beyond.
Well, after the breakfast has been eaten, the dancing has been done, the music has been listened to, it's now time to pack up and move. And so you see the luggage being loaded under the belly of these buses for this 8-day journey. And this is how it's going to be every morning. We load up, we offload in the evening, we load up again, and we continue. Now, you also see passengers are boarding, or patrons, caravanners are boarding, and as we board, it means just a matter of time we take off. The first stop is still in Accra, but we are heading out now so we are leaving number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra, having done all the pre-departure formalities. We're ready now to depart. I'll meet you again at Accra Main. You're still following us on the Heritage Caravan. Now, the thing with the Heritage Caravan is that there are things that are very close to you that you may not know about. So those are the kind of things we show you. We are starting off the journey in Accra. Even though we've taken off from Accra, we're headed to the Volta region. We made a stop in Accra proper, Gamashi, Jamestown, not far from the lighthouse, because there's something that ought to be seen and known about. You may have heard about the slave trade. You may have heard about the Cape Coast Castle, the Elmina Castle, but you don't know what else we've been doing here in Accra. So there's a team that is going to take us around. I'm going to follow you with that, or take you around with that. The patrons are getting off the bus now. We are going to see what this place has to offer us.
Nelson. Joshua Clotte fight with them. Manny Pacquiao.
And when you punch it.
Yes, from this gym, Joshua Clotte is from this gym.
That is which one? Atokwashi.
Yes.
Atokwashi gym.
Yes, please. House of Pain.
House of Pain is also a gym.
Yes, please.
And then
go hard or go home.
Okay,
it's also a gym.
Go hard or go home.
Yes.
Willpower boxing gym. So you train boxers here?
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Let me now go look at the dungeon that has been talked about here. So this dungeon for slaves. Yeah. So now it looks very steep and scary already. Oh my God. Now it looks, this truly is a dungeon. And it looks like it has chambers. So there is an inner chamber, there is a second chamber, and then a third chamber. And it's very hot. There is no ventilation and there is no light. Slaves were kept here for months while they wait for their ship before they move out. It is one of the sad stories of our nation and indeed of our history, one of the darkest hours of our history being told here and being preserved and being kept for us. So we're looking at this dungeon, abandoned hundreds of years, but it's still very eerie and still tells a very painful and sad story.
So where we are now was the slave dungeon. And then inside here is where the slaves were passing through underground to the fort. And then from here to the fort takes them 2.5 hours before getting to the fort. Because they walk slowly. They have changed their neck, their hands, their leg, so they walk slowly. And then also, whenever you died in this dungeon, we have a place called Vultures Village. The British slave masters will send your flesh over there for the vultures to eat your flesh. And then also, the reason why we have this underground tunnel, during slavery, some of the parents were part of the slavery. They sell their own children, so they don't want people to see. That's why everything is underground. So this place is known as only strongest survive. If you are not a strong person, you died on the way.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. Wow. And so this ball is for what?
It's speed ball.
Speed ball.
Like if you want to move
fast. Okay. No, I don't want you to do it. Don't do your hand. You're already hurt. I don't want you to hurt yourself because you have to wear the gloves and all of those things.
Yeah.
Wow. It's beautiful. Do people come here to come and learn?
Yes.
People come here a lot.
Yes.
Children from the area.
Yeah.
Very well. Thank you so much for walking us through here.
Thank you.
Very well. So this is boxing. There are other things here in this square. However, the Heritage Caravan is headed for the Volta region on day one. Come with us and look at my back. Let's go. The caravan has just made a first regional capital stop in the Volta regional capital. Who behind me here are the Parks and Gardens office in Ho, or the regional Parks and Garden in Ho. You see the caravanites in a queue enjoying the food of Volta. So this is a Volta food experience that we are seeing here. Let's move around and see what people are getting and what they are eating and how they are enjoying that. So I have come to this table. What is happening here? It seems you finished eating.
Yes, I really enjoy it.
What did you eat?
Banku.
Banku with what?
Tilapia, light soup.
You didn't try any...
And a small okra.
And it went well?
Very well.
And I see you have some snack on the side.
Yes.
What do you have?
Agbelika klo and joe.
Enjoy.
Yes.
Ajagwagbanto.
Uh-huh.
Hello, I like how you are eating and pointing. What are you pointing at? What are you saying? Tell me.
In fact, I'm telling her this is made.
It's what?
It's prepared with beans.
Yes.
And it's so delicious.
It is, eh?
I went for a little just to taste, but I'm enjoying it.
So you may go back for more.
Oh, at this point, I'm waiting for the evening.
All right, so there you have it. Some of the highlights of what happened yesterday. And so, starting from here, they went off to Jamestown. They were I followed them to Jamestown yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and yesterday it was eye-opening, but it was also sad at the same time to think that human beings did this to each other. And you know what the tour guide was saying there? How that some parents sold their children, you know. So sometimes it's easy to just blame and say that the slave masters were cruel, but what about us?
Right.
We were colluding.
Right, you know,
we were,
yeah, you know, that's the part we never talk about, or that's the part we always shy away to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very good time to have these conversations. You know, sometimes we are the enablers of some bad practices. We, like what you and Vivian were talking about this morning about, you know, some of the, say, sexual advances by some people and by people empowered to women there. Most of these happen because they are enablers.
It's enabling.
You know,
people
because they are enabling.
the
There are a lot of people that enable it instead of talking about it and then let people desist from it. There are women that actually enable some of these patriarchal practices, and that's why these things happen. So comparing it to the slave trade, there are people enabled it. That's what happened. If it didn't, if it was not enabled and everybody fought against it, I don't think we would have been where we are right now when we come to talk about these issues. But then again, it's interesting and also sad at the same time to see how wicked a human being's mind can be to put people under some of those circumstances. Circumstances that you cannot put yourself. You can actually put someone else there. So I don't know. I feel bad anytime we talk about this issue, and it's also sickening anytime I'm in situations like, you know, like how the Caravanites are, you know, watching it and hearing being there. Actually, it's always a different feeling.
Anyway, so, well, there were happier moments when the Caravan then moved on to the Volta region, and of course, who doesn't like great food, you know? And so the first, you know, when they arrived, lunch was ready, great food was there, they enjoyed themselves, and there was a lot more too. So you can go to our socials, right? So City 97.3 City FM on Facebook, on X, on Instagram. You go and check it all out. Also ChannelOne news also on all those three platforms, Facebook, on X, and on Instagram as well, to follow all of what is happening. Now they've set off this morning. They're heading ultimately for the Upper East. They're going to go through Yindi, through the Eastern Corridor, and head up to the Upper East.
You know, one thing
Bolga. Yes.
I've noticed about the Caravanites.
Tell me.
Well, not about the Caravanites basically, but a lot of people have actually said that we should do this more than once.
Yeah, I know.
And I think I agree with them. You know why I think I agree with them?
But it's a logistical nightmare.
I understand. I understand.
It look easy.
You know, we are in Ghana.
Yes.
Nyami Beye.
Yeah.
So Nyami would do it for us
right.
when it gets to that point. I think it's important to do this twice because I feel like the kids are left out most of the times.
Well, this is actually supposed to be for adults.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of the trip. You know, we don't have the opportunity to do a lot of hand holding and taking care of, you know, child minding and all of that.
No, maybe not children.
But
yeah, it will be like, you know, we're talking about, you know, trying to get to know our culture and around us, you know, some time ago. I think, yeah, this
something
would be
for younger people as well.
This would be a good social studies, you know, kind of like trip.
Anyway.